Come, let us open with toxic coworkers and conclude with Tantric Chanting to help us meditate like a Jedi. Well, I think the best thing to do is for me to hit button 8 so we can actually read the question. Remaining neutral or at center with difficult peers. I've been practicing meditation thoroughly since I was 29, so about 6 years now. I find it difficult to navigate some personalities. A key example being a coworker that simply will not admit when he or she has made a mistake. Number 1, corners anyone he sees to overshare excessively personal topics in the workplace, treats people of a similar job title as if he was the only one who can fix the issue, eluding with his tone and his mannerisms that they are inept. This would not be so troublesome if he didn't then turn to the same person he confides and overshares to with the most bumptious attitude and makes claims like, "I'm not one of the boss's favorites." I should mention this man is in psychotherapy and is very unapproachable. How do I navigate around this man to keep my peace? I have found that I cannot assist in his growth without being provoked, and I cannot lose my job. Thank you kindly in advance. So let us begin with a review. Whoops, wrong button. Let's try that again. Here we go. When we actively concentrate and actively contemplate, we exhaust the front of our brain and trigger our amygdala, the seat of both anxiety and aggression. This will not help us deal with annoying people. When we vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly cooperate with our sympathetic nervous system during our inhalation by simply watching, whatever perceptions, emotions, intentions, cognitions, recollections, or imaginings cartwheel across the stage of our mind. And when we passively cooperate with our parasympathetic nervous system, by silently and mentally reciting the verb rest during our exhalation, that which we noticed, even annoyance, the annoyance we noticed during our previous inhalation, could fleetingly feel less stressful, less permanent, less defining, and even as non-graspable as a vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky in a bright and beautiful cloudless morn. That, although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel non-graspable to the hand. At least until our next inhalation when the cycle begins afresh. Well, if we let go only long enough to pick it back up again, then what's the point? Good question. We do not practice mindfulness and meditation to work magic as if we were Gandalf the Grey. We practice mindfulness and meditation. We cooperate with our autonomic nervous system because doing so calms our amygdala and gently stimulates our anterior cingulate gyrus, that which functions as the hub of our mirror neurons, the seat of empathy. For the highest love is the spontaneous and uncontrived byproduct of mindfulness and meditation. Enlightenment does not mean we have had our emotions excised by a surgeon. It doesn't mean we stop feeling painful emotions and only experience pleasurable emotions. Being enlightened simply means that we've gotten so good at watching and resting that we're able to do it spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively. So when we are there, I think you will agree that Earth has no shortage of annoying people. The next time you encounter one, as you stand there or sit there, as you look them in the eye, as you breathe in, you can silently and mentally recite the verb watch, and thus better cooperate with our sympathetic nervous system. And as you exhale, you can silently and mentally recite the verb rest, as you better cooperate with your parasympathetic nervous system. I remember doing this the last time I had an MRI. It didn't make the MRI go away, but it helped me to cope with it. I remember doing this the last time I had a root canal. People with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or spectrum have a very strange relationship with pain relievers. And it's very, very disturbing to have an infection manhandled and a tooth torn out of one's mouth. Our body resists such things and finds it deeply jarring. Playing with this mindfulness meditation did not stop the root canal or reverse it, but it helped me to deal with it. The next time someone annoys you, and bet your bottom dollar there is always going to be annoying people. The next time someone annoys you, play with this exercise. Now, if this is your first time ever doing it, you might feel out to sea, which is one of the many reasons to play with this exercise at least once every 12 hours. So it's already locked in there. It's already a habit that you can call upon when you need it. But let's talk about a second fringe benefit of regularly watching, sitting and breathing and watching and resting. And here it is. The more we watch mind's antics and relax into its non-graspable nature, the more we could find that our choices and our utterances and our deeds are flowing, not from calculated contrivance, not from wild scatteredness, but instead from love's deeply centered spontaneity. That's the key to greater resourcefulness, greater creativity, and greater insight than you ever imagined possible. Will doing so guarantee that we will always get what we want when we want for as long as we want? No. It did not guarantee that for the Buddha. It did not guarantee that for Lao Tzu. It did not guarantee that for the Christ. So it probably won't guarantee that for me or you either. But it will help us to be the person that our dog already thinks we are. For the majority of the remainder of this mid-morning live stream, let us sit and breathe and watch and rest. I would very much like to seal this practice of meditation with a spot of chanting. I do not do this for superstitious reasons, but for practical. I'm disabled, I'm very tired and weak, and I found that playing with mantras can boost my energy. I invoke the love that Tare spiritually liberates, and to Tare physically rescues as well as Ture blesses. So may all beings masters this dynamism. If you are visiting on the Clock app, you may wish to join me on the Tube app. If you already see me front and center, then you are on the Tube app. And especially if you see my desktop. As we breathe in, we can silently and mentally recite our non-dualistic wish. Every 12 hours or so, let's watch mind's antics and rest in its non-graspable nature. As we exhale, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 4 times per breath, 4 sets of 4 inhalations. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Every 12 hours or so, let's watch mind's antics and rest in its non-graspable nature. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Dare Du Re Sawa. 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 You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In about 7.33 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's third lesson and meditation. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.